This is a story about me and a computer monitor. A couple years ago, I wanted to get into making movies. I went to this place called Micro Center. Who cares? Went there and I bought this computer, and it was one of those computers that's like there's a computer and then there's a separate monitor. No matter what, it would fall over, and I would like stand it up and it would be like okay for like a day or two, and then it would fall over. Finally, one day I just got sick of it, and I was like, no more falling down monitor. So I took the stand off the monitor. Now the stand is in two pieces. It's like a bottom base feed, what the hell? And then there's another part, and then that connects to the monitor. So I took them both off and I just threw them on the floor, and there was a couple of screws and I threw them who knows where. And then I just sort of stood the monitor up on its edge. And that turned out to be a bad idea. So when it was falling, when it was on the stand, it would fall, but it was like manageable. It was like not that bad of a fall, but when it was on its edge, like the fall seemed like it was going to be catastrophic. So every time it would start to fall over, I'd freak out and stop it from falling. But I just dealt with it. I just kept dealing with this falling over monitor. I don't know why. And this went on for a year and a half of this monitor falling over every day or two. I called my dad and I said, Dad, this computer, the stand sucks. And he was like, why don't you bring it over? Maybe I can fix it. And for some reason, when he said that, I was like, wait, he could fix it. Maybe the stand is fixable. Maybe it wasn't the stand all along, but me who didn't know how to use it properly. And so instead of going to my dad's house, I looked around for the stand, and I found the base part that was a semicircle, and I found the other part that was like the middle man, and I just checked them out. And as I'm checking them out, I looked at the bottom of the circular semicircle thing, and there was a screw there I had never witnessed before or never saw, which means the same thing as witnessed. So I was like, maybe that was the issue this whole time. So I take the screw and I take the middleman and I attach, and they fit like a glove. So then I stuck the middleman, the base, stuck the middleman on the computer. But then I realized I tossed those screws. So I just kind of had it precariously attached to this monitor. And I was like, that's probably good enough. But then I was like, no, it's not good enough. It's just going to fall even worse than before. Like, you're trying to fix this. You're like sabotaging your own self. I was like, let me find those screws. So I start looking around. Of course, my place is a total mess, and I can't find the screws or whatever. And I look around, and I think I looked for like 2 or 3 days and just, couldn't find them. Thought about cleaning up, and I thought if I clean up, I'll find them in the process. But who has the time or the inclination to clean up? I almost gave up, and then I thought to myself, wait a second. If I tossed those screws, like I did that, so where would I have tossed those screws? And I thought, well, I'm lazy, so I would have tossed them close. So I was like, let me just check the ground. So I started scanning the ground, and lo and behold, there are the screws. I find them, one and then the other. And then I took my little screwdriver and I screwed the middleman into the back of the monitor, and guess what? Now the monitor sits perfectly and life is good. No matter how long it takes you to do the right thing, if you do the right thing, you win. You won. You win, you won, you win.